Hello students, welcome you all. My name is Parul, your computer application teacher. So I welcome you all. I hope you all are fine. So as you all know that students, in my previous video I have started with our chapter 1, that is internet basics. So in this video also I'm going to continue with our chapter 1, that is internet basics. Okay. So before start with the chapter, one thing I would like to tell you, as you all know that student, that from the 4th of August your PT1 will be there, right? And as I have told you before that whatever the chapters I have taught you in the month of July, right? So that will be there in your this PT1. But it has been changed now. The syllabus for your PT1 would be the chapters that what I have taken in the month of April and May. So basically your chapter 3 and chapter 4 will be there, okay, for this PT1, right? Chapter 3 is your HTML basics and chapter 4 is advanced HTML, okay. Like chapter 5 I have taken half of the chapter I have taken in the you can say in the May month, and the half I have taken after the vacation. So I'm not taking chapter 5, so your chapter 3 and chapter 4 would be there, okay, for the PT1. So I hope now there would be no confusion in this. So now we shall continue with this chapter 1, that is internet basics. So the topic that what I'm going to discuss in this today's video session, so let's have a look. Yes students, so these are the topics that what I'm going to cover in this video session. The first is web server and web client, then the next is the web addressing system, then I shall talk about HTML, then internet protocols, then TCP IP, then HTTP, HTTPS, remote login and file transfer protocols, okay. So these are the topics that what I'm going to cover in this video session. So we shall start with our first topic, that is web server and web client, okay. Yes, so we shall discuss first of all what is web server, okay. A web server is a computer with a server software installed on it. The web server has a number of web pages stored on it. These web pages are put up by various people and organizations for various purposes. Web pages put on web server, it becomes a part of the www, that is World Wide Web. The server software serves the web pages to the client using HTTP over the World Wide Web. Basically, what is web server? Web server is a computer with a server software installed on it. Web server, like you can say, if I open the Google, which is a search engine, and whatever the information I have typed over there, okay, related to that particular keyword, the list will be displayed in front of me, right? So basically that web server is a computer with the server software, okay, means that computer is attached with the server, okay, and the web server has a number of web pages, means whatever the information a user is looking for, that web pages has already been stored on it. This thing I have explained you during the live class also, means whatever the information a user wants to see on Google or on internet, all those information are already stored in that particular web server, right? And this will be stored in the form of database, so that whatever the keyword user has typed, so our system, what it does basically, it it searches that particular keyword from its library, and whenever that particular word has been found, then that list has been displayed, right? So here that web server, it contains those number of web pages, and those number of web pages has been put up by the people only and the organization only for the various purposes, okay. So web page is put on web server, it becomes a part of www. जैसे ही कोई information जब हम internet पे डाल देते हैं, that means now it becomes a part of world wide web, okay. So the server software serves the web pages to the client using HTTP over the World Wide Web. Means जब भी यूज़र कोई भी वेब पेज ओपन करता है, आपने देखा होगा in front of that it must be there, that is HTTP. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, जो एक वेब पेज से दूसरे वेब पेज पे आपको रिकनेक्ट या रीडायरेक्ट करता है, ठीक है. The server software serves the web pages to the client using HTTP over the World Wide Web. Clear? So this is all about the web server, okay. So I hope this has been clear to you what is web server. Now we shall discuss what is web client. Yes, so what is web client? A web client is an application that sends a request to the web server to access information stored on it. Web client means an application sends a request, like right now I'm sitting in front of my laptop, and if I'm using or if I'm accessing any of the information on the internet, that means what I am right now, I'm basically a web client, because I send a request from my system to the web server to access the information stored on it. क्योंकि मैंने अपने सिस्टम से वो इन्फॉर्मेशन टाइप करके डाली है ताकि मुझे वो पर्टिकुलर इन्फॉर्मेशन से रिलेटेड मीन्स उस कीवर्ड से रिलेटेड आई गेट द इन्फॉर्मेशन. सो दैट मीन्स व्हाट आई एम अ वेब क्लाइंट बिकॉज आई वांट अ or you can say I want to access information which is available on the web server. Okay, so the information of the web server is generally stored in the form of web pages. This I have already told you. Whatever the web page is there means the number of web pages stored on a web server is in the form of web pages only. Means मैं जो भी information इंटरनेट पे या गूगल पे कहीं पे भी देख रही हूँ, अगर मैं कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन ऑनलाइन एक्सेस कर रही हूँ, दैट मीन्स दैट इंफॉर्मेशन इज ऑलरेडी स्टोर्ड इन द फॉर्म ऑफ वेब पेजेस. कहाँ पे? इन द फॉर्म ऑफ वेब पेजेस इन द वेब सर्वर. कहाँ पे स्टोर्ड है? वो वेब सर्वर पे स्टोर्ड है. किस फॉर्म में स्टोर्ड है? वेब पेज की फॉर्म में स्टोर्ड है. ओके, सो नाउ यूजर्स विद द हेल्प ऑफ वेब ब्राउजर सॉफ्टवेयर कम्युनिकेट विद द वेब सर्वर, send them the request and gets the desired output on the screen. अब यूज़र को वो इस इन्फॉर्मेशन को एक्सेस करने के लिए क्या करना पड़ता है? यूज़र हैज़ टू ओपन दैट वेब ब्राउजर लाइक योर गूगल, like your internet, like your Mozilla Firefox. What are these? These are the web browsers. Okay, so that you can send the request to the web server and get the desired output on the screen. So this is the web client. Okay, so now I hope there would be no confusion between web server and web client. Okay, web server क्या है? जिसपे सारे web pages, all the web pages are stored. Okay, and what is web client? Web client means an application that send a request to the web server to access the information stored on it. Okay, so now come to next topic. Yes, so now we shall discuss our next topic, that is web addressing system. Okay, so what is web addressing system? Is your URL. URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. You must have seen, अगर आप कोई भी वेबसाइट ऑन गूगल पे या कहीं पे भी इंटरनेट पे चेक करते हो, एवरी वेबसाइट हैज़ इट्स ओन यूनिक एड्रेस और यू कैन से इट्स ओन वेब एड्रेस, दैट इज़ द URL. ठीक है, जिससे आप आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हो, so that you can uniquely identify the document over the internet. Okay, so what is URL? URL has its own web address on the internet which uniquely identifies a document over the internet, ताकि आप उस डॉक्यूमेंट को easily क्या कर पाएँ? एक्सेस कर पाएँ. A URL has three parts. A URL has three parts. First is organization name, second is top level domain suffix, and third is country name suffix. For example, as you can see here, I have written the website name, that is http www.cbse.nic.in. So basically what is this www.cbse.nic.in? This is the URL of the website. Which website? CBSE website. Okay, so this www is the World Wide Web. HTTP is the hypertext transfer protocol, because of this only we can access all the web pages stored on the web server. Okay, और ये आपको क्या करता है? कनेक्ट करता है एक वेब पेज से दूसरे वेब पेज पे ले जाने का. नेक्स्ट, व्हाट इज CBSE? CBSE इज द नेम ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. सो फर्स्ट पार्ट क्या बताएगा URL का? द नेम ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की वेबसाइट आप चेक कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, then then NIC. What is this NIC? This is top level domain. Okay, this NIC is the domain name. Then .in is the country name in India. Then NIC top level domain name. जिस भी domain मीन्स अगर आप गूगल पे कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन या अपना वेब पेज लेना चाहते हो, जिसको आप अपलोड करना चाहते हो, जिसको गूगल पे आप वो चाहते हो कि मेरा वेब पेज डिस्प्ले, सो दैट अदर्स विल ऑल्सो एबल टू एक्सेस, सो दैट इन दैट केस वी हैव टू टेक अ डोमेन. ठीक है, सो दिस इज द डोमेन सफिक्स, top level domain suffix. This CBSE is the name of the organization, and this .in represents the country name. Okay, so this is about the web addressing system, or this is the URL, and URL has its own web address on the internet. Clear? Yes, so these are the several top level domains, like you can see here, that is .com represent commercial enterprises, then .edu represents education institution, then .gov represent government entity, .mil represent military entities, and .org represent organization. So means ये क्या है? ये डोमेन्स है जो उस पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से रिलेटेड आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन देगा. लाइक अगर मैं .com की बात करूँगी तो वो कोई भी कमर्शियल या प्राइवेट एंटरप्राइज के बारे में बताएगा. अगर मैंने कोई .edu टाइप का डोमेन लिया, दैट मीन्स जो मेरी वेबसाइट है दैट इज़ रिलेटेड टू सम एजुकेशनल स्टफ. ओके, if my domain is with the name .gov, that means it represents the government entity. ठीक है. Then .mil represents the military entities. Then .org represents the organizations, private organization, or you can say the non-profit profitable organizations. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to discuss with the URLs. Using URLs means the rules to be followed while using URLs, that we are going to discuss. URL always starts with the protocol prefix like HTTP. You all know any website you have seen or you have checked on Google, or all the websites has always starts with the HTTP, although this field is not sometimes editable, but it is always appear. Okay, and next is a URL is always in some kind of English, but numbers are also allowed. You can also see that most of the websites are with the name of their organization, but some few also mention with their numbers. So that means numbers can also be allowed. That doesn't mean that your URL always starts with the English word, right? नेक्स्ट, अ URL नेवर हैज़ एनी स्पेसेस इन इट. आपने देखा होगा कोई भी URL होगा, किसी भी वेबसाइट का नाम होगा, जब भी आप उसका URL चेक करोगे तो देयर वुड बी नो स्पेस इन इट, राइट. अ URL फॉर द मोस्ट पार्ट इज ऑल लोअर केस. Most of the time the URL is in a lowercase only. A URL uses forward slashes and dots to separate its part, that you have already seen. Like just now only I have shown you the address, right? A URL is not same as the email. You all know the email ID is different and URL is a different. Clear? So this is all about the URL. So now we shall discuss with our next topic. Yes, so now next we are going to discuss our next topic, that is HTML. As you all know, we have learned about HTML a lot in our unit 2. So I believe now you all know what is HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, used for creating web pages, invented by Tim Berners-Lee in 1990s. It is basically a web developing language that uses hyperlinks to connect web pages and tags to define the elements and layout of the web document. You all know why we are using HTML. We are using HTML. It is basically a scripting language used for creating the web pages. Whatever the web pages you have checked online, all the web pages has been designed in HTML. No doubt more other languages are also being used, but HTML is the one of the basic language for creating a web page. Okay, and it is invented by the Tim Berners-Lee, the inventor, and he invented in 1990. And it is basically a web developing language that uses hyperlink. You all know hyperlink, we have talked about a lot in HTML, to connect web pages and tags to define the elements and layout of the web document. Means whatever the script you're going to write, according to that only a web document, the layout has been designed, right? So this is all about the HTML, and you all know how to create a basic structure of HTML, right? Yeah, so now we shall discuss our next term, that is IP. IP stands for Internet Protocols. Okay, IP address is a unique logical address assigned to a machine over the network. Means any machine, means any website has been designed and we want to put that on the internet, so they provide a unique logical address assigned to a machine over the network. Means whenever your machine is connected to the internet, जब भी आप अपने सिस्टम को, अपने मोबाइल फ़ोन को इंटरनेट से कनेक्ट करोगे, so that time it provides a logical unique address. Okay, and you must have seen the unique address of IP, that is 102.21 point something. So this is the internet, or you can say your IP address. Okay, means जहाँ से your system is connected to the internet, that service provider IP address has been shown. So protocols from the backbone of the communication that takes place between two computers on the internet. means as both the computers are connected on the internet, then only you can serve the internet, you can access the information, you can send the data to each other on the internet. Each protocol has its own method of how data is formatted when sent and what to do with it once received. means सबका अपना मेथड है कि यहाँ से अगर सपोज मैं इंटरनेट यूज़ कर रही हूँ, if I'm using internet for sending some file, okay, so how that file has to be sent or whether it has been sent to the exact to that particular receiver or not, that each protocol has its own method. They basically design a set of rules that how data has to be transmitted over the internet. Okay, yes, so now we shall discuss the few terms of this IP. First is TCP IP. TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol and IP stands for Internet Protocol. TCP IP, also known as the Internet Protocol Suite, is the set of protocols used over the internet. It organizes how data packets are communicated and makes sure packets have the following information, that is source, which computer the message came from, destination where the message should go, packet sequence, the order in which the message data should be reassembled, data, the data of the message, error check, the check to see the message has been sent correctly or not. Means TCP IP. We all know what is internet protocol. It means IP or protocol, a set of rules that how data has to be transmitted. But in which manner, how that formatting take place, that is going to be discussed in this, that is TCP IP. TCP, Transmission Control Protocol, is known as the Internet Protocol Suite. Is a set of protocol used over the internet. Means जब आप internet use कर रहे हो for sending or accessing some information, that time what protocols, what rules has to be followed, that is to be defined in the TCP. It organizes how data packets are communicated. Okay, means जो data send हो रहा है एक machine से दूसरी machine पे, when both the systems and when both the machines are connected to the internet, and means how they are communicated and make sure packets have the following information. means जो data जा रहा है, means is that data has that particular source, which computer the message came from. जब आप इंटरनेट पे किसी को कोई भी फाइल भेजते हो तो that person knows कि मेरे पास ये डेटा कहाँ से आया है, कौन सी मेल आईडी से आया है या कौन सी एप्लीकेशन के थ्रू आया है, राइट. डेस्टिनेशन वेयर द मैसेज शुड गो, जहाँ पे आपको भेजना है टू दैट पर्टिकुलर रिसीवर विल गेट दैट मैसेज. देन पैकेट सीक्वेंस, द ऑर्डर इन विच मैसेज डेटा शुड बी रीअसेंबल. जो पैकेट जा रहा है मीन्स इन्फॉर्मेशन जा रही है, दैट इज़ टू बी इन अ प्रॉपर फॉर्मेट. ऐसा नहीं हो कि वो इन्फॉर्मेशन बीच में ब्रेक हो जाए या ख़राब हो जाए या जो सेंडर जो रिसीवर को मिल रही है वो कुछ मीनिंगफुली ना हो, ऐसा नहीं होता है, ठीक है. देन द डेटा ऑफ द मैसेज, देन द डेटा ऑफ द मैसेज, देन एरर चेक, द चेक टू सी द मैसेज हैज़ बीन सेंड करेक्टली और नॉट. आपके पास कई बार होता है ना कि जब आप इंटरनेट पे, आपने अभी देखा होगा व्हेन यू आर सेंडिंग ईमेल ऑन स्कूल मेल आईडी, समटाइम्स व्हेन ईमेल हैज़ नॉट बीन रिसीव्ड यू आर गेटिंग दैट मैसेज delivery fail or something like that. So that is the some kind of rules that has to be followed. Okay, so this term is known as TCP IP. Clear? So I think now there will not be any confusion in this TCP and IP. Okay, so now we shall talk about our next, that is HTTP and HTTPS. Yes, so now we are going to discuss with our next two terms, that is HTTP and HTTPS. Okay, so what is HTTP? This we have already talked about when you are looking for any of the web page on web browser or web server. So in front of that particular URL of the website you will able to see the HTTP. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, right? So what it does basically, transfer web pages from a web server to the client. Okay, means what it does basically, transfer all the web pages from web server, means जो भी web server पे जितने भी number of web pages पड़े हैं you will able to access. Okay, that web client will able to access, the one who is surfing on internet for looking for any of the information on web server. Okay, all the web page addresses starts with HTTP. Just now only I have told you that whenever you are looking for any of the URL, आपने किसी भी वेबसाइट के आगे देखा होगा, always HTTP should be there. HTTP defines a set of rules as to how messages and other data should be formatted and exchanged between servers and browsers. He means how that message and data whatever is there on that particular web page, it is to be formatted and exchanged between servers and browsers. Okay, means इसमें क्या होगा, आपका एक HTTP सर्वर होगा और HTTP क्लाइंट होगा. ठीक है. So now come to next, that is HTTPS. HTTPS stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. ओके, यू मस्ट हैव सीन द वेब ब्राउजर्स लाइक गूगल और इंटरनेट एक्सप्लोरर. अगर आपने उस पर देखा होगा, वेन एवर यू आर लुकिंग फॉर एनी इन्फॉर्मेशन और मीन्स वेन एवर यू आर लुकिंग फॉर एनी इन्फॉर्मेशन ऑन एनी ऑफ द वेबसाइट, एंड इफ दैट वेबसाइट इज सिक्योर, मीन्स अगर वो वेबसाइट जेन्युइन है, सिक्योर है, वो फ्रॉड नहीं है, तो आपने देखा होगा उस वेबसाइट के आगे HTTPS लिखा होता है और पैडलॉक का साइन लगा होता है. सो दैट पैडलॉक साइन shows that this website, that what you are accessing right now online, that website is a secure website. Okay, so an HTTPS address is a secure web address which has been encrypted, or this protocol uses TLS. TLS stands for Transport Layer Security, or SSL, that is Secure Socket Layer, to encrypt data to ensure the authentication of the accessed website and protection of the privacy. इसमें क्या होगा, ये इस प्रोटोकॉल में क्या यूज़ होता है, TLS एक ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर सिक्योरिटी, और SSL जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि HTTPS स्टैंड फॉर हाइपरटेक्स्ट ट्रांसफर प्रोटोकॉल सिक्योर है वो, ठीक है. मीन्स इसमें क्या होगा, दैट टू इंश्योर द ऑथेंटिकेशन ऑफ द एक्सेस्ड वेबसाइट एंड प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ द प्राइवेसी. मीन्स जिससे यूज़र के पास भी एक इन्फॉर्मेशन पहुंच जाएगी दैट वट एवर द वेबसाइट यू पीपल आर चेकिंग राइट नाउ, और द information you typed on that particular website, that website is secure website, that is not a fraud website. And HTTPS address is used for sites holding bank details and secure information. Mostly जितनी भी bank detail sites होती है, like for this payment or this net banking, so in front of those website always HTTPS is there, because over there we are mentioning or we are entering our most you can say the details, that is the transaction detail or monetary details, that what we entered over there. Okay, so that is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS. Clear? So now we shall talk about the FTP. FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol. FTP is used to transfer large files. It is often used for organizing files on a web server for a website. You can have private access to an area on an FTP server where you can upload your files. You can then give another user access to download the document that you have shared. जैसे आपने अब देखा होगा, nowadays we people are sending the files to each other either through mail or either through any of the application, any internet related application. हम उस पर एक दूसरे को फाइल भेजते हैं. Suppose if somebody send the file to us, then we are downloading that file, and when we are sending that file to someone, then that time we are uploading that file. So basically that time that protocol is the file transfer protocol, because what we are doing over there, we are transferring the files over there. Okay, and it is often used for organizing files on a web server for a website. You can have private access to an area on an FTP server where you can upload your files. You can then give another user access to download the file. Nowadays you people know about your Google Drive. हम उसमें अपनी फाइल स्टोर करके भी रखते हैं, हमें सेंड करनी होती है तो हम सेंड भी करते हैं, ठीक है. सो दैट इज़ बेसिकली योर फाइल ट्रांसफर प्रोटोकॉल. क्लियर? So now we shall discuss about our next topic, that is remote login. Remote login means you are sitting somewhere, okay, but through network or some kind of a protocol you will able to access the computer, maybe your computer at your home or somewhere else, or your friend's computer. That is the meaning of remote login, okay. So what is remote login? Remote login is the ability of accessing the content of computer located at different location from a remote site over a public or private network. Okay, means it is the ability of accessing the content of computer. Means suppose right now the system is in front of me, okay, like suppose if any of my family member wants to access my computer and that member is not in my home, or that member is located somewhere else, so that member can also able to access my computer. And this, how that person will able to access my computer? By sitting somewhere and accessing the information from some another system, or accessing the system which is located at some other place. That process is known as remote login. Okay, as it is written, it is the ability of accessing the content of computer located at different location from a remote site over a public or private network. Means nowadays there are so many private applications are there, like you can I think you must have heard about TeamViewer, or now if you call your, suppose if your system is HP, or if you want to take any HP assistant, remote assistant, so then you can say the employee working in HP can well able to access your computer, राइट. सो दैट प्रोसेस इज नोन एज रिमोट लॉगिन. ठीक है, आप कहीं और हो, सिस्टम कहीं और है, लेकिन थ्रू रिमोट प्रोसेस और रिमोट साइट, that network might be public or might be private, so they will able to access the computer, or they will access the content of computer sitting somewhere. Okay, this is the meaning of remote login. Okay. Yes, so now we shall discuss our next term, that is SSH. SSH stand for Secure Shell. Okay, the Secure Shell is a network protocol that allow users secure access to a remote computer over an unsecured network such as the internet. It provides options for strong authentication and encrypts data securely to protect the security and integrity of communications between two computers. Means what happened in Secure Shell, it is basically a network protocol that allow users secure access to remote computer. Means you will able to access the computer through remote login over an unsecured network such as the internet. ठीक है, means through private network or through public network you will able to you can take the access of remote access of some another computer, but you are using the unsecured network, that is internet. Okay, but it provides options for secure authentication. Means if you are using this secure SSH shell protocol, that means now whatever the information or whatever you are trying to access or encrypt the data, that has been secure. No other person, means unauthorized person, will not able to access that. Okay, that is the meaning of secure shell. Okay, like just now we have discussed about HTTPS. Key means if a HTTPS has been written in front of the website, that means that website is secure, that is not a fraud website. So whatever the details you're going to enter over there, no other person will able to retrieve or access that data. That is same with the secure shell. Okay, so now with this I'm going to end this topic. Okay, now rest of the topics, as only 2-3 topics has been left from this chapter, that I'm going to discuss in our live class. Okay, so please student, as I have told you before also, that the syllabus of your PT1, so start revising those chapters and go through this video and whatever the topics I have discussed in this particular session. Okay children.